Okay, the problem is on your motorcycle, the signal lights are rubber mounted, which is great, so they don't break right away if you drop the bike. The problem is, especially here in Texas, is these rubber mounts just completely fall apart after a while. I've already replaced the back ones and the front ones are about shot. In fact, I'll show you that it's about to fall apart. So, I'm coming up with a workaround, since I'm replacing something with the same part again. So, this is, I think, the front, I don't remember. Just about there, right? See, it's coming apart all over. So, what to do? Hot glue is not the answer. I tried that last year. Didn't really work. So, upon further investigation, this is what they look like on the inside. You got the plastic piece, light bulb, reflector, the rest of the rubber piece, a couple screws, holds the lens on. There's your lens. Nice piece of wire sheathing, a couple nuts, and this odd looking thing. Interesting. What they did is they cast the rubber around this, so this would be about here. You can see the hex pattern there. Rubber was cast around here. They got two flats here. These key to here, such that when you got this installed, it doesn't droop. It always is straight. All right. And the cool thing is the center of that is drilled out. Now what I'm going to do, because I can, I'm going to reassemble this thing backwards such that this goes in the opposite way. Now I got my nut on this side, put this inside the fairing, and this thing just became about this much shorter. Alright. Couple little nagging details that I'm going to have to work on, but I don't see a real issue here. The way that this has got a shoulder right here doesn't let it go in as far as it should. And this is the part, oh, I forgot to show that. This is the part that the light bulb mounts into. This fits down inside of here, like so. Alright. Now, they made this hole a little bit too small, so you can't run this all the way past the flat. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to hit it with a stepper bit, like that, and just open that up about one more notch so that I can push this into the next notch there. And then we should be good to go. The other option that I'm considering, if I open it up all the way to where that knurling is, push it all the way in, I think that might work better for me. Might be too much though. So I'm going to do this in stages and see how it goes. So the first step is I'm going to just open this up enough so that I can get this on past the shoulder, like that. Alright. So, we'll set this up over here. The wind kind of blows off and on, or always, whichever. So I'm going to set this up in my horribly undersized improvised vise here. Slightly better than slicing my fingers. But that's still on the table. It could happen. And because everybody screams safety, I'm going to go find my safety glasses and a pair of gloves, and I will be right back. Cut. Safety glasses. Bifocals and whatnot. Yo. Half the internet says wear gloves, the other half says don't wear gloves. I don't care. Do what you want to do. I'm wearing gloves. I'm not here to tell you what to do. Energize. Okay, I'm going to go one notch. That might have been one already. It went so easy, I couldn't stop myself. I'll go one more. Or not, we'll see how it goes. Yep. Keep saying I want tools, but I think I want to shop first, then I can put the tools somewhere. But in the meantime, bigger holes. Oh yeah. I could probably pound that through and then gauge the knurling even. Wouldn't that be something? Ooh, scary things. Burrs. Off camera. D-bird. Mostly. Okay, back to here. Alright, so what I'm thinking, take this, drop it down inside the housing. Oops. This will go through there. Oh, I see the problem. Okay, we'll do this a few times because that won't be right the first time anyway. My thinking is this will go through the outs. No, this will go from the inside. That's right, it's backwards of what I think it is. So I'll put this in here, fish the wire through the hole. The nut will go on the outside. It's got a little doodad there to keep the water from getting in or out. I suspect these are made to hold water in the way that they're designed. This is when I lived in Austin where it rained a lot. Whenever I opened these things up, they were holding water. It might be a survival technique, you know. If you're crashed out in the desert, take your signal lights apart, they're probably full of water. Maybe not. Almost enough room to put this thing back together. Okay, then, yeah, this might work out okay. See if everything else fits first. Just kind of mock it up and look at it. Future mod I've always wanted to do. Change these light bulbs out for a 2 filament 3 contactor. Because what they desperately need on here is marker lights. You just need more light coming out the front. These are on the front, so I'd love to have a marker light switch. I also would love to wire a hazard light switch on here that you could turn on hazards and turn the bike off and walk away. Yeah, I think that'll work out great. That compared to that. Let me redo that shot. That compared to that. I think I might just install that. See how it looks on the bike. I'll come back and get you. Okay, slight change, but not too serious. It appears the gold colored end, which would normally go through the fairing, is slightly longer, and I think I need that to assemble I don't have quite enough reach on this. Also, I'm hitting the fairing itself. Where this sits, normally it would stick out enough, but the fairing comes in and down and in, and it's hitting here and a little bit here. So I need to set this out a little further, which definitely makes this too short. So, what I'm going to see is if this other piece is long enough to make the difference, because if I can get it on there, get a couple threads and then kind of squish it in, I'd be okay with that. So, first I got to disassemble this, which is pretty much just break it off. Not sure if there's a safe and sane way to do this or not. I think gloves are a good idea though. But I'm thinking if I kind of clamp it down so it doesn't try to get away, and then I'll use my drill, make some real relief cuts. So what I found on the other one, once I had it split, it kind of peeled off. And the wire is already out of there, so I don't really care about that. Just make a couple holes here and see what happens. And what we're doing is just drilling into the soft rubber. I don't like pushing these blades too hard. They'd like to explode and make a mess of things. By things, I mean me. The other one came off real easy, go figure, huh? Flies be gone. Flies and bees and another possible follow-on project. I might be wiring off-highway lights on this bike. I had some little floods on there that I never really liked. I might use the ones like I have on the truck. I got another set of them, so that might involve making some more brackets. That's always fun. I don't know why I was being so gentle. I don't really like this thing. Alright, let's split it in half. Funny, the other one just fell off. There we go. We're not there yet. I just felt like saying that. Yes. Yes, it is different. Good deal. Okay, good to know. Save the parts I care about. The rest we'll responsibly dispose of. Just like that. Okay, now that I'm probably not going to maim myself, take this one apart again. Yeah, that should be enough difference. There's longer threads and a shorter throat on here. That should be all I need to get this together. So, trade one for the other. Try to get this in the right order. We're still not out of the woods, but we're going to see if this part at least looks like it's going to work. Oh yeah, and this part doesn't have the flats on it. Let's tweak this just a little bit. I'm going to take the flats off of here. Because when you replace signal lights, they come as one piece, so not at all worried about the reusability of this at all. Yeah, there we go. That should be fine. Okay, I'm going to assume that this part is going to work, so I think that's going to be fine. Put the reflector in there, the gasket that keeps the water in. Screwdriver. On my Alaska trip motorcycle, I swapped the fronts and the backs. And I think it was just a matter of I needed clearance around something. I don't remember exactly why. Oh. This might be an issue. I might have to take this lens off just to hold this piece from moving, but I'm going to get it put on there and see if I like it. So let's go take a look at that. Anyway, yeah, the Alaska trip bike, I swapped fronts for backs. I think I wanted to put shorter ones on front and the longer ones on the back for some reason. Otherwise, they're basically the same. So right now there's none. So yeah, the issue that I was running into here, this detail right in here. When we shove this in, that worked though. Next trick now is getting the holes to line up. There's a subframe in here. I'm going to get that hole to line up with everything else. They never quite sit right. Yeah, I'm going to end up taking that off, I think. Okay, we'll come back. Yeah, that's going to work. A little bit tricky, but the payoff is huge because it's tucked in like literally 3 or 4 inches closer now. One less thing to hit if you drop the bike, basically. I'm going to go ahead and assemble it. What I'm going to have to do, I have to go find one more wrench. Let's see. Of course, I'm going to bump the tripod now. Something like that. So I'm going to have to hold this on the inside. Actually, wait a minute. I can probably do that with needle nose pliers just about as well. Now that I've fucked myself up again. Somewhere around there. There's parts of this bike that they could have done 100 times easier, 100 different ways. It's just always just awkward. The next thing, I've got this bolt up here. Right here. It doesn't really show up on the shot because it's a dark gray on black or whatever. I'm going to see if I can't use that to probably make another bracket to attach my driving lights. Because the road I live on, it's really freaking dark out here. And motorcycle headlights really aren't that good anyway, so every little bit helps a little bit. Cool. Yep. I'll save you the boring details of putting this thing together, but that part seemed like it worked out well. I've got plenty of room just to get in there as it is, so you know it's not really a big deal. Oh, I see one problem though. This might jam me up. It deformed the light, I think. And I tightened it down. The lens may not fit right now. Let's see how that goes. Might need to put a spacer. Let's see how it goes. Might be okay. We're supposed to go at 12 o'clock and 6 o'clock. Idiot. plastic so don't kill it. Yeah, I think we're okay there. Nice! Works. Cool. So yeah, I've got a new set on the back, and these are the old ones. That works. A little bit solid. I'm a little, you'd rather have it flexible, but on the other end of the scale, it's like this bike was supposed to be inspected 2 months ago, and I didn't have signal lights on it, so I haven't been riding it for a while. I'm gonna start riding it again, I think, though. So yay for that. We'll just copy and paste and do the same on the other side. Haven't been riding this much. What I'm finding is I think the fuel is evaporating out of the carburetor, so it takes it a couple of cranks. Otherwise, this thing starts right up. Doesn't even care. I did ride it a couple days ago. All right. Yeah, that's totally fine. Again, an LED headlight, I think it's gone stupid on me. Yeah, you might as well go ride, right? Time to play. I'll be back. I always think I shouldn't eat when I'm working, especially when I'm shooting video, but it's the only time it seems like I remember to eat. That'd be alright. That actually might work. There's a hard point in here, a little subframe for the fairing that's pretty beefy. That might be it right there. I think technically you're not supposed to have anything above the headlights, but I'll use these off highway only. I could probably invert the bracket and the water would get in. I like that. I think we'll go with that. So if I'm sitting on this, yeah, that doesn't bother me at all. That'll look good. Cool. Yeah, I'm just going to make up a little simple bracket off of here. It'll be good to go. That'll work. The other ones I had way down here, they weren't too bad, but that would block my signal lights now. If I put it there, the fender will hit them. Yeah, I think that'll be good. Those signal lights are not quite perfectly straight, and I don't quite perfectly care. There, I've acknowledged the problem and moved on.